Please read through the instructions in the manual or watch this video in its entirety before attempting installation, and be sure to pause the video when necessary. The following tools are required. In this video, I will show you two methods for anchoring the LG CordZero A9 stick vacuum to the wall. First, mounting the charging station by itself, and second, anchoring the charging stand and base against the wall. Remove all packaging materials. Take a moment and become familiar with the components that came with your unit. Accessories may vary based on model type. Be careful not to pinch your fingers while assembling these parts. Now we can begin to wall mount the charging station. Choose a space on the wall that is clear of any debris or clutter and that is close to a dedicated power outlet. Insert the power cable into the jack at the back of the charging station. Use a stud finder to mark the location of any studs and make sure there are no obstructions in the wall like pipes, electrical wires, or vents. If you can't find a stud, plan to use the drywall anchors. Make a mark at least 1 meter or 3 1/4 feet from the floor and within reach of a power outlet. The top of the charging station must be at or above this mark. If you install the top of the charging station lower than 39 inches or 1 meter, the vacuum will not fit properly. If the vacuum does not fit in the charging station properly, the battery terminals may not connect and the battery won't charge. You could damage the floor or carpet nozzle. The inlet connection from the wand to the body could become worn or loose. The unit could slip off the charging station and fall. Align the top of the charging station to the mark you made. Make sure the charging station is level and mark the positions of the screw holes on the wall. Drill 2 pilot holes at the marked locations. For concrete or wall stud, use a 5/32 drill bit. For drywall anchors, use a 3/16 drill bit. If you're not sure where the studs are, start with a smaller drill bit. If installing into drywall without a stud, insert the 2 drywall anchors provided into the pilot holes and use a mallet or hammer to lightly tap them so they are flushed with the wall. Note, if installing into a stud, no anchors are necessary. Just insert the provided anchoring screws directly into the pilot holes. Align the charging station over the pilot holes and insert the 2 wall anchoring screws. Use a screwdriver or a drill to tighten the screws. Once the charging station is securely mounted on the wall, plug the power cord and adapter into the power outlet. If you have 2 batteries, insert 1 battery into the auxiliary battery cradle in the charging station. Insert the other battery into the cavity at the bottom of the vacuum underneath the handle. Attach the wand by sliding it onto the inlet on the floor or carpet nozzle until it clicks into place. Slide the other end of the wand onto the inlet on the product body until it clicks into place. To detach the wand, press the release button. Attach or detach the accessories to the end of the wand or the charging station in the same way. Once installation is complete, you can set the stick vacuum on the charging station to charge the battery. Fully charging a single battery usually takes 3.5 hours. It will take twice as long to charge both the main and auxiliary batteries. The battery indicator flashes when charging starts. The indicator will turn off when the battery is fully charged. Even if the charging station is attached to the floor stand, you may want to anchor the stand to the wall for greater stability. For this, you will need the anchoring block and the long stand set screw. Place the anchoring block on the back of the charging station over the anchoring block holder. Insert the stand set screw from the opposite side. Hold the anchoring block and set screw in place, and move the unit to a location on the wall where you want to permanently mount it. Press the end of the set screw firmly against the wall to mark the location for the pilot hole. Drill a pilot hole at the mark. As with mounting the charging station, for concrete or wall stud, use a 5/32 drill bit. For drywall anchors, use a 3/16 drill bit. If you're not sure where the studs are, start with a smaller drill bit. Remember, if installing into a stud, no anchors are necessary. Just insert the provided stand set screw directly into the pilot hole. If installing into drywall without a stud, insert one of the drywall anchors provided into the pilot hole and use a mallet or hammer to lightly tap it so it is flush with the wall. Place the charging station, anchoring block, and stand set screw in the desired location aligned with the pilot hole or drywall anchor. Tighten the stand set screw firmly in place. Once the unit is securely mounted, plug the adapter into the power outlet and insert the battery into the auxiliary battery cradle in the charging station. If you want to anchor the floor stand to the wall without using the stand set screw, you can use the double-sided tape provided. Do not use double-sided tape on wallpaper. The weight of the charging station and the product could damage the wallpaper. Peel and place one piece of tape onto the anchoring block. Remove the center of the tape before attaching the anchoring block onto the anchor block holder. Use the entire second piece of tape to anchor the block to the wall. Peel and place the other piece of double-sided tape onto the other end of the anchoring block. Place the unit in front of the wall you wish to stick it to and press the charging station firmly against the wall. Once securely mounted, insert the battery into the auxiliary battery cradle in the charging station. To swap the main battery to the auxiliary battery, press the tabs on both sides of the battery and pull the battery out. When not in use, the vacuum should always be stored in the charging station.